Going to take a head-end ride on a BNSF commuter train from Aurora, Illinois to Chicago on the Chicago division of the Chicago subdivision. And leaving Aurora Transportation Center. This has been open since the 80s. We placed a downtown Aurora station. The old roundhouse is here, turned into an office complex. This is BNSF train 1236, a morning rush hour express. Makes all stops from Aurora to Downers Grove Main Street and then express to Chicago Union Station. I definitely brought my umbrella today. It should rain this morning. Tracks in this yard, but since the pandemic the rush hour service isn't quite so heavy. Okay, the main line is up on the right there. Looks like there's a freight train stopped. Slow signal. Slow speed within interlocking limits. Got a couple of eastbound sitting up here. One with Norfolk Southern power mixed in. I think this is a limited approach. Interlocking is West Eola. At the switches, those are switch heaters, and believe you me, they need those things around here in the wintertime. We're on the local track, the south track. We have to make some station stops at Route 59, Naperville, Lisle, Belmont, Downers Grove Main Street, and then Chicago. An approach. up to that equipment train ahead. This complex here is Eola Yard. They store trains here, they run locals out of here, they connect with other railroads. Still approach. If you look on the left, you can see a Santa Fe war bonnet painted unit. BNSF lettering. C44-9W. Okay, the interlocking here is Eola. A lot of engines around. Remember, there used to be a railroad crossing here. I used to sit here back in the 70s, watching Amtrak and Burlington Northern trains. The bridge we're coming up to, that's the old Elgin, Joliet, and Eastern, a belt line around Chicago, taken over by Canadian National in 2009. That's their Leithton subdivision. A lot busier than it used to be on the EJ&E. In fact, if you look closely on the span, you can see a faded J on it. Got a westbound commute heading for Aurora. Tracks numbered left to right are 1, 2, and 3. Gotta love them F40s. It's amazing what this system can do with old locomotives. From what I gather, the people who maintain the locomotives are former EMD employees. So they know what they're doing. Got an approaching Route 59. Illinois Route 59, where this station gets its name. It opened around 1990. There was nothing but cornfields out here. Not anymore. The sky to the east is looking very ominous. Soon it will start to rain, and it will rain all the way into Chicago. Looks like we have an advanced approach up ahead, flashing yellow. Flashing yellows have two meanings on this line. Either it means it's a advanced approach, or the route is in line by the dispatcher, and the signal goes to flashing yellow. Sound here and there. I'm just trying to keep this camera up against the window. The signal indications that I'm narrating are totally incorrect. The indications I'm giving are based on NORAC. That's for the Northeast Operating Rules Advisory Committee. Those are signal rules that are in effect in the Northeast that I'm most familiar with, but it's a totally different ball game out here. Any chastising that I receive from local railroaders out here over my signal names are absolutely justified. I was fairly new to YouTube back in 2022 when I shot this, and I wasn't quite as detailed. I'm much more detailed now, and even there's room for improvement sometimes. Well, this one is easy. Green, clear signal. It's raining again. If the signal is clear, I won't mention it. Station is Naperville. It's out of here. Chase Utley, you are the man. High hopes. There are a number of express trains from Aurora to Chicago that make all stops to Downers Grove and then run non-stop to Chicago. But there are a couple of trains that go express from Naperville to Chicago. Train 1306 and train 1230. Naperville itself is a large town. It's probably one of the fastest growing suburbs of Chicagoland.
I had a very tough time doing these RFWs on this BNSF. It's not rain, it's bright sunlight overheating the camera.
At times as we headed into Chicago, the rain really came down, and I was tempted to give up shooting on this ride, but something told me to keep doing it anyway, and it didn't turn out that badly. Made for a rather interesting ride.
Clear block.
All three of these tracks are reverse signal. The dispatcher in Fort Worth, Texas can pretty much do anything he wants on this railroad.
Still pretty rural out here. Advanced approach. Station is Lisle, L-I-S-L.
don't know if you can hear it. You can hear sort of a pulsating sound in the background. That's the motor for the oscillating headlights. Yes, Metra loves oscillating headlights.
Interstate 355 going overhead. Got an advanced approach.
Please disregard the signal indications that I'm narrating.
Station is Belmont. That's how I get my tickets. I have to set up the Ventra app and then download my day passes on it every day. Day pass is a real deal. You can ride all over the system for $10. As a senior, I can get a reduced rate. The problem with that is, unlike the New York area, you have to have a special reduced fare permit in order to get the discount. got an approach. She was built in the 19-teens. Brick structure. Every half hour there's express service to Chicago. This particular train is scheduled to depart at 8 o'clock.
Downers Grove Main Street is a very important stop on this line. Other than the Naperville Expresses and Amtrak, everything stops here. Some trains actually originate at the very next station, Fairview Avenue, also in Downers Grove. The good folks of Downers Grove, Illinois are blessed with considerable non-stop express service to and from Chicago during the rush hours.
Milepost 21 up there on the right. That's how far we are from Union Station, Chicago. And the next stop is Chicago.
The next interlocking coming up is Fairview Avenue, where we will switch over to track 2 for our non-stop run to Chicago.
Very important signal coming up. It's displaying a medium clear. This is Fairview interlocking. We're going to switch to the center track.
And the train you see stopped on the right on track 3 at the Downers Grove Fairview Avenue station is train 1244. He originates out of here at 8:12 a.m., runs local to Congress Park and express to Chicago.
There's a Carl Sandburg, Quincy, Illinois, train 381 on Amtrak. Clarendon Hills. Signal is from Mitchell Interlocking, West Hensdale. Station is Hensdale. Ireland Station. Going over Interstate 294. Comes the Burlington Heritage Unit on this westbound.
That's train 1217, a Chicago to Aurora local with the CB&Q Heritage Unit. And this train here at Western Springs is 1242, and all stops local from Aurora to Chicago. He makes every single stop.
Action at Western Springs. LaGrange Road, LaGrange. Passed over the Indiana Harbor Belt. Park.
This interlocking is used heavily during the rush hours. Trains terminate or originate in Brookfield, make reverse moves over this interlocking. Those trains are called flipbacks. After they arrive at Brookfield and drop off their passengers, they go through the interlocking and make reverse moves to head back to the city to get another load. The situation is reversed in the morning rush hour. From here into Chicago, this is the busiest portion of the triple track. You have the most number of commuter trains on it, to say nothing of the Amtrak trains. And did I forget all the BNSF freight trains?
It's Hollywood Zoo Stop. Des Plaines River. Riverside. Expresses really roll, don't they? Harlem Avenue. Berwyn. Bridge is the CN, the former Illinois Central Iowa Division.
That bridge is the Canadian National Freeport Subdivision.
Cicero Yard on the right.
This is the west end of BNSF Cicero Yard.
Big intermodal terminal for BNSF. Classic EMDs on the left. Station is Cicero. Not sure if that's the BNOCT or the PA Pink Line. Western Avenue. It's an empty old train with a silent race of the SD70 ACE.
And these parked BNSF trains to the right likely interchange off of Norfolk Southern. And you see a track coming in on the left. That's the Union Pacific Rockwell sub. Comes down from their Global 1 yard.
And it's really coming down. Barely see the Chicago skyline in the rain. Coming out on the left, that's the lead from Union Pacific Global 1 yard. Station is Halstead Street. St. Charles Airline is going up on the left. Passing under the St. Charles Airline. You'll note some private cars and some of those new Amtrak cars that they're getting. Quite a few of them. It's been an interesting ride, to say the least.
And here we are in Chicago Union Station after an interesting ride. Very rainy day in Chicago all day. Worst day of the trip as we see 1221 departing for Aurora. Hello, Chicago! Got a drink to that? Yeah. I am starving. Time to walk down the street to Mitchell's for breakfast. And boy, do they serve huge breakfasts. Delicious.